Welcome to Monday Nights on Clutchline. This is broadcast 001. The prologue is over. Let's talk sports. As always, I do have notes and I do stutter. Now, the very first thing that I do want to speak about is the NBA finals. Game 3 is tonight at 8:30 on ABC and ESPN. The Knicks currently have a 2-0 lead against the San Antonio Spurs, and one one of the biggest questions that people are asking is this series over? I I say no, because as I've said on Clutchline and Overtime, one game two should have went to the Spurs, but Wemby made a critical mistake that cost them the game. Game one, that was also very close, but unfortunately the Spurs once again they made mistakes and they failed to close it out in the fourth quarter. So no, I do not think that this series is o- o- over yet. Now, if after tonight's game, if the Knicks go up 3-0, we might be having a different conversation right now. But as of right now, I still believe in the Spurs, and I still do like the Spurs chances. Now, what must these Spurs do in Game 3 tonight? They need to stop making mistakes, especially in critical time. And I th- I think a big thing is Wemby just needs to calm down, because you can definitely tell that he wants it so bad. Um, they they definitely cannot let the Knicks fan base get in their head, and especially since it's been heavily rumored that President Trump is going to be there tonight. I don't I don't I don't think that's going to affect the Spurs that much. We all know how New York fans are, so I absolutely don't. I don't think that it's going to affect them, but you just never know. So tonight's game, do I think it's make or break for the Spurs? Yes, because while it's not impossible, it is very hard to come back being down 3-0. Have teams done it? Yes. Do I think the Spurs could do it? Yes. Do I think it's going to be hard? Yes. So but I just think, overall, this finals will go down in NBA history as one of the better finals that we have seen in recent years. Sorry, shit. Dying here. All right. The next thing that that I want to speak to. Oh, holy shit! The next thing that I want to speak on is the MLB lockout. It has been rumored for about a year or two now, but with recent statements coming out that the MLB owners proposed a salary cap, and the MLBPA, the players union, came out and said that they will never agree to a cap and are ready to lose baseball for 2020 for 27 and beyond. That is very telling. Now, what happens if this lockout does happen? The biggest thing is there's no baseball for us fans. So I think we need to cherish this current baseball season while it's going on, because I do think this will be similar to the mid 90s lockout, which lost us a whole season and a World Series of baseball. So I definitely think we need to cherish all the games that we are able to watch right now, because um, I I do think we are not going um, to have baseball come because I believe that the current contract either expires the after the World Series ends, or December 1st. Yes, before anybody says anything, did it take me 7 minutes to realize that it said Clutchline overtime instead of podcast? Yes, I am still learning, so please give me a good old "you fucking idiot" for that. Now, who does this hurt the most? It hurts us fans the most. We could give a shit less if the owners lose money, but the biggest thing is it hurts the diehard baseball fans, because there are people who they don't give a shit about NBA, NFL, spring football, or pro wrestling. The only thing that some people like is baseball, and we are going to lose seasons on unless some miracle happens. I'm hoping one does, but I don't see it, and I've seen some people say that the players are being greedy. I say no, because while all these other sports leagues have uh, adopted a cap, what is the one sport that has always stayed consistent? That is Major League Baseball, and not having a cap works for them. Now, yes, say what you want. All right, the Yankees bought their championships in the 70s, 80s, and 90s. All right, some people are saying that the Dodgers, have bought back rings, but what with all their deferred money, what people don't realize is other teams can do exactly what the Dodgers are doing. They are just choosing not to. So I don't think baseball's problem is a cap. I think there needs to be a salary floor because here's why. For so long, the Oakland A's have been cheap. I think people forget that Aaron Judge played on the A's. Could you imagine if he was still on the A's now? I'm not saying he would single-handedly make them competitive, but they would be a lot better than they have been in years. See, what teams like the A's do is they will earn money off you and then right before it's time for you to get like 2, 3, 400 million, they will ship you off somewhere else so the other team can pay you. So I think there needs to be a floor so it forces owners to spend. And I think what the MLB could do is that let's just say the A's owner is under the salary floor let's just say three years, right? Then I think you need to force him to sell the team, or maybe they lose, like 6 first round draft picks. Like there has to be a severe enough punishment that kind of scares the owners and forces them to spend money because the A's could be doing what the Dodgers are doing now. See, most people don't realize is that yes, Shohei Ohtani's contract is $700 million, but over the next 10 years from when it started, he's only getting paid $2 million a year. So for 10 years, Shohei Ohtani, the type of player where you hand him a blank check and you tell him to write you a number, he's making $2 million for 10 years, and he's winning championships. He has won back-to-back World Series. Many teams could do this. Like, for example, the New York Yankees, they could have had Juan Soto, but he went off to the Mets, right? But speaking of the Mets, they could also do that because they spent $765 million on Juan Soto. That's $65 million more than Shohei Ohtani. But you have Shohei, who's making $2 million for 10 years. The man has just won back-to-back World Series. So hate on the Dodgers all you want, but other teams can absolutely do what they're doing now. They're just choosing not to. Oh, is there something that baseball can learn from other leagues? I really don't know because I the MLB players associate, excuse me, Asian, they are not going to budge. They will never agree on a cap. It like baseball, unless it gets federally mandated, it's never ever going to have a cap. And See, is it coming down to the owners being greedy? You can argue that because sports owners are so fucking greedy. Yes, I mean you look at the New York Knicks. The cheapest ticket tonight for the Garden is six figures. What are we doing, guys? So that is like that is just one example of like sports owners just being like just being greedy. So I think we definitely just we need to cherish baseball while it's here. The next thing that I would like to speak about is the UFL. Now their championship game. Let me check my calendar. Is June 13th. It is the DC the defenders going up against the Louisville Kings. One of the Kings were a team that were just added this season. I have been watching spring football since the XFL's second relaunch or third. Yeah, no. Fuck. Second relaunch in 2023. Now, I also watched the 2020 relaunch, and I have been a DC Defenders fan since the start of the league. I do think if COVID never happened, then the league it would have never shut down in 2020. But The Rock and his ex-wife slash business partner, Danny Garcia, when they bought the league out, I watched the 2023 relaunch, and I thought the league was very good. When the XFL and USFL merged to form the UFL, I thought, all right, great, two leagues that from the start should they should have never been competing against each other. I thought that it was great for the overall health of spring football that both leagues merged in 2-1, and I did watch the UFL's first season last year, and I really liked what I saw. Now, when they went through the massive branding for this season, where they got rid of teams and created new ones. I didn't get it, but I think it was better for the overall league's health. So I'm really happy for them, and I want them to succeed. Why does spring football matter. One, all right. Reason one, it's football all year round. Everybody loves football, right? But I think too, I think it's better for guys who have been wanting to get a second chance in the NFL, but haven't been a, able to, because we have seen many XFL, USFL, and we have seen many UFL players make that jump over to the NFL, and I think that's really great. Now, I think the NFL I think they should partner up with the with the UFL and make it a developmental league. Um, I do know that The Rock tried it with I I which I believe with the XFL he tried to form a partnership with the CFL for it to be like for the XFL to kind of be like a developmental league for the CFL. But if the UFL can't, if they can't partner with the NFL, then I do think they should try to partner with the the CFL and kind of do something like 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 what the NFL and the AFL had, where the two league champions would compete against each other for a no pun intended, a Super Bowl. I think that would be great for the UFL, and I think that would get more eyes on the CFL because one, the CFL has a very unique rule set, which is very different from from the American counterpart at NFL. But two, I do hear like how amazing the CFL is, and there has been a lot of great players to come out of the CFL and make it to the NFL, like Doug Flutie. He dominated the CFL, and then he finally made the jump to the NFL. So, but but I think the biggest reason why spring football matters is not is that it's not just for the fans, but it's it's also for the players to finally get a second shot at redemption and make it back to the NFL. All right, now another thing I want to talk about is one of my biggest passions, and that is professional wrestling. But specifically, I want to talk about one of my favorite companies, and that is TNA Wrestling. And I just have one question for them. What the fuck are you doing? You let go of a tremendous talent in Steve Macklin. The one at the very start of the year, you finally get your biggest TV deal since Spike TV. You land on a huge network in AMC, and your very first show, you produce an absolute stinker. Yes, you have signed some great talent, but just look at how much talent you have lost this year. You have lost guys like Macklin, the Rascals, Jake something, Hammerstone a while back. What are you doing? You are shooting yourself in the foot. Steve Macklin is the type of guy that you build your freaking company around, and I do kind of agree with Macklin. Ever since the AMC deal, creative has not improved that much at all. Which I mean, Dolores and Tommy Dreamer, you guys need to step up your game. Your creative outside of the Hardys, the Righteous, and the System, you guys are no hits, all misses, and Carlos Silva. How do you keep losing all these great talent? And I don't know if this is true, but I've seen rumors that the current TNA World Champion, a guy who reinvented himself in your company and got stupid over, Mike Santana, is expected to leave and sign with your partner, WWE. If I'm TNA, I am throwing so much money at Mike to keep him, because once again, he is one of the faces of your company. He bet on himself and reinvented himself there, and now you are just going to let him walk. Carlos Silva, please get your shit together. Same thing with Leon Slater. I would throw so much money at him because he is such a great talent that you cannot afford to lose him. And you need to stop losing talent to WWE and AEW. I think there's a reason why MJF called out Carlos, and it's well deserved, because I think ever since Scott Demore was fired, it to me, being a kid who grew up on TNA, it just it has not been the same, and I want them to do so much better. But when you lose talent like Hammerstone, Macklin, the Rascals, you're probably good. You're probably going to lose Santana, and you're probably going to lose Leon Slater. That is a problem. Sports fans don't need another podcast. They need Clutchline. I will see you next time.